has conceded that whilst its political relationship with Cuba is stronger than ever, much work still remains on strengthening business ties.
Deputy International Relations Minister Luwellyn was speaking in Havana as Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa arrived in Cuba to lead the second government and business delegation to the country in 5 years. Cuba's economic re-emergence is being by the updating of its socialist model and the easing of relations with the United States, despite the continued existence of decades-long economic embargo.
It's a bit like stepping back in time. Cars normally seen at vintage car shows are part of the daily commute here. But as Cuba opens up economically, South Africa wants to be very much part of the conversation.
We must concede that the economic relationship hasn't improved as well as the political. To that end, we have with the delegation 4 major investors from South Africa. I'm not going to give you their names now. I've no doubt that a press conference will be held either by the Deputy President and or by the investors themselves. The intention is that there will be a business forum which will take place over the next few days.
Trade between the two countries increased from a low 55 million rand in 1994 when the two countries formalized diplomatic relations to 73 million in 2010. That figure has since declined to just 49 million in 2014.
It would be important for any investor to get in on the ground, which is where we are at the moment. And if you miss the boat now, well, it might be a little more difficult a little later on. So certainly we, as I said, are very optimistic about what they will see here and what they will hear, and will exploit the possibilities that will be presented to them.
Translating a long-standing friendship politically and socially into a mutually beneficial economic one.
Cuba's President Raul Castro has long said that reforms in his country will happen without haste but also without pause. What analysts are describing as happening with greater pause than haste at the moment. And such are the tricky waters that South African business minds and investors will have to navigate. Tricky waters in a society still very cautious of outsiders coming in and putting down roots. Shervin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, Havana, Cuba.